Gammaphobia is fear of commitment or fear of marriage. Oh my word. These phobias keep piling up. A very good evening to you. My name is Eric and this is Eric Stories. I hope you had a wonderful weekend, didn't you? I did, but it was painful. So on Thursday, I went to the gym and went all out. I'm trying to bulk up, so I'm carrying heavier weights now, and boy, oh boy. So some heavier weights take way too longer to recover, especially when I'm doing squats. So the Thursday workout did me in. I could barely speak on Friday, and Saturday I was barely getting better. So I fully recovered yesterday, and thank God we are here. What did you do? What did you do? Did you go out? So if you're new here, Eric Stories is just two individuals, adult individuals. That would be you and then me. And we try and make sense of difficult conversations around issues of adult life. The quest for these conversations is just that you and I get better. After all, better is good. So if it's your first time, please acquaint yourself with my social media handles. I am on Twitter and I'm also on Instagram and right here on YouTube. You could also subscribe to my channel. It means the world to me, and don't hold it back. If you have an idea or maybe something you want to add on to what I've shared with you, the purpose of this conversation is never to speak at you, because I value your mind about all of these conversations and I get to learn from yours as well. So if there's something you think you can add on to this conversation, please share it. My DM is open just for those purposes. Supposing you're shy and you're like, oh my God, I don't want people to see my handwriting. So head over to the DM. Signs you fear commitment. Last week, in case you didn't watch, I was talking about those relatives who push you to tie the knot or get a baby, and I was saying how I have reservations about that. However, the extreme caution is gammaphobia, where you are commitment phobic. You are afraid of committing. And anytime somebody mentions the M word, marriage, you're like, oh, you run for the hills. So what are the signs? I came up with a bunch. Because of time, let's head over real quick. I'll try and squeeze it all in one capsule, and maybe hopefully at the tail end we'll look at some of the ways to come off of this phobia. I have to admit on the onset that I suffer bits and pieces. It's not so severe, but it's mild. I have some mild cases of gammaphobia. So this is a conversation very close to my heart. And if you suffer as well, so that's the two of us, right? So the relationship feels like a pit stop on a longer journey. Okay, you don't really see yourself spending the rest of the month or the year, let alone your life, with the person you're with. And it's not just this person. It's the person before that person, and the person before that other person, and that other person before this other person. Everybody feels like, I'm not sure. You're perpetually unsure with everybody. I'm guilty of that. So according to psychiatrists, setting such high standards that you're ruling almost everyone out can be commitment phobia in disguise. Okay? Another hint is when you are looking for things to ruin the relationship from the onset. Somebody sneezes, you're like, I don't want to date someone who sneezes. Somebody scratches their belly button, you're like, oh my God, I'm very sensitive to skin disease. You're gammaphobic. All right? Someone who refuses to define the relationship. Now, oh my goodness, I've been so guilty of this, and I've shared, I don't mind sharing, that I've been a horrible boyfriend. Out of every woman I've dated, they were 100 times better than I was. I'm trying to be better now. So I used to drag my foot about confirming the status of the relationship. I'd be like, oh, we're just chilling. What's the hurry about? Relax. And those women never used to take it kindly, you know. So confirming the relationship status, I'm learning, covers a whole range of things, especially for your partner, would-be boyfriend or girlfriend. It covers things like intimacy, their peace of mind with exclusivity, and the future of the relationship. So when you refuse perpetually to commit or define the relationship, you see how this can be a quagmire. It can. Failure to do this leaves one partner in a limbo, and limbo is a dangerous city to live in. So if you find yourself perpetually refusing to confirm the relationship status, you say things like, let's just kick it and see where it's going. But you kick it so much that you're ravaging them. You are eating the fruits of their labor from head to toe, but you won't commit. Gammaphobia. It's a sign that you fear commitment. When you find it hard to make a decision and stick to that decision pertaining your partner, it's right there. Indecision is also a decision. All right? They say love is many things, but one thing love isn't is not unsure. So 6 months, 9 months in, and you're just like, wait, I'm still trying to figure things out. That's another sign. That's another sign you fear commitment. You worry about commitment, or rather committing to somebody. You feel like if you commit to this person, you'll miss out on someone else. You know? You're just like, I don't want to tie myself with you because I'll find somebody else. That's another sign. Okay? When getting your calendar to sync with this person you're dating is a nightmare. Oh my goodness. You can never, ever, ever, ever avail yourself for anything. I used to be that person. I'm like, how is Friday? Yo, tight. Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Jesus. You're never available. Ever. Like, okay, fine, it's January. I was checking if Easter would be available for you and good for you. I'm like, Easter, can I confirm by Feb? They're like, it's February, you said you'd confirm. So Easter is looking a bit interesting because family is coming around. So when getting your calendar to sync with the person you're dating is a nightmare, every time, weekends, public holidays, you can't even make time for a special dinner, then you fear commitment. Because you start thinking in your mind, oh my goodness, if I dress up and go, she'll start thinking that this is serious. I don't want that, so I'll just dodge. So all of your meetups are very, quick. Hi, it's Friday at 1 a.m. I was just thinking about you. Do you want to grab a cab and come? Yep, you fear commitment. You keep saying you need more time to figure things out. Guilty, right? A cop-out that you often use is that you are looking at options to find out who you really are at the present moment because you haven't figured that person out. Yet, you are busy doing other things that a relationship or other people in an exclusive relationship enjoy. And I think that's unfair, at least for the other person. You are having raw sex with them. You are kissing them deeply with your tongue. Oh no. But you won't commit. That's crazy. Your tongues are like that. They are intertwined. But you don't want to commit. Huh? You feel like, oh, not now. But you're licking their face and doing things to them that they've never been done for. That's weird. Maybe you want to just get to know them with all those things. They are human beings. They're going to feel feelings. All right? So a cop-out you may often use to them or to your friends or to even yourself is that you are taking time to explore your options and find out who you really are as a person. Maybe you should take time by yourself, but don't take time with pouring honey on somebody's navel and then leaking it all the way up to their neck. Then you say you're taking time. That's preposterous and bizarre. They're not a goat. They have feelings. What do you think? Oh my goodness. When you always suddenly find your partner unattractive, or different than you saw them before. I'm also guilty of this. I used to be. So I'd meet somebody and I think they are so hot. Then Tuesday next week, I'm like, hey, what was up with me? That was not, if you feel like somebody is not hot, just the problem is with your eyes. It's not them. So again, Gammaphobia. All right? Boredom often is a sign of commitment issues, according to psychiatrists. Because you're always finding easy ways to dismiss any chances of you having happiness. And instead, you prefer to sabotage any efforts. So they're hot on Monday, tomorrow at 4 o'clock, I think I was drunk, and you don't drink. Again, fear of commitment. And then finally, another fear, when you don't want to give up friends, your close friends, or your social circles, or your social life. All right? Also, fear of being ostracized by your friends is another reason you want to not give up friendship or social circles. Or you're afraid that your friends will diss you and say you are whipped. Or you're afraid that they're going to ostracize you because all of a sudden, you will break up the boy bond or the girl bond because you'll be talking about your relationship. So if you don't have the want to give up the friendship circle, It's another sign. So how do you fix gammaphobia? 3 things. I'm still working. I'm not perfect. Recognize the resistance. Anytime you're getting to know somebody, really write down what the resistance is about. All right? And then if you can trace it back to fear of commitment, then you just own up. In fact, you can elect a friend and say, I fear committing, so I come up with all these crazy excuses. If you hear me say these, please just, nudge me so that I remember. Recognize the power you have, positive powers. You're a human being. We all have our ills and we all have our positives. So lean more to the positives. All right? Recognize the value of work. Anything of value in life, in any field, be it career, education, anything, even the weightlifting that I'm doing requires hard work. All good things come at a price, and nothing thrives on neglect. If you don't go to the gym for 3 weeks, it will show in your belly. All right? So this requires that you give up comfort, energy, and time to get the thing you want. You cannot be peripheral. You have to commit. If you think she's gorgeous, or you think he's a good-looking man who is decent and who is committed to you, then you really need to put in the work. It will take time, but it can work. What do you think? Huh? Let me know in the comment section. Good evening and have a lovely Monday. I'm so excited.